Hey everyone, you might be asking, why do I have a big smile on my face? And the answer is, I'm out on our property that we just closed on, 37 acres up in northern Arizona, Apache County. We're between Concho and Show Low. And I'm just excited. I really am. Let me show you around. So what I'm walking on right here, you see this path. Oh, these tracks. Open range. What that means is if your property is not fenced off within your 50-foot setback, so in Apache County, in this development, in this area, so let's just say you see that, these little fence posts right here. You see that fence post there? It's not my property line, but let's just say that's the property line because there's a road on the other side of those woods. From where our property line is, open range is the first 50 feet of your property line. It's a setback. The first 50-foot setback is open range. Now I'm right in the middle of my property. And there's cow tracks and cow poop everywhere. Why? They're coming here to drink. And there's four-wheeler tracks, there's cattle runners, maybe even some horses. And then the reason I'm showing you this is I'm on the cow path right here. And you can see it just goes right on around. And you follow it over there to that green grass area, that's where they're heading. They're down here eating, they're grazing, and they're enjoying life. The benefit of all of the years, generations, a century, maybe, is cows have been coming down here and leaving me all of that. That's gold. That is gold. Love it. Absolutely love it. Now right here, you see this rock. That rock is coming from a road that goes up that hill where you see that our neighbor's homestead over there. Okay. There's a road that comes down there, and then there's a wash that is pushing some of this stuff down here. We're going to correct, make improvements, control the flow of the water, and ultimately we're going to build us a pond. It's going to go all the way down to the other end of the property. It's going to come right down here to this bush roughly, or even right really there to the end. But what we're going to do is, as that hill goes up over there, we're going to bring in soil and we're going to create a dam, a retaining wall, if we're allowed to do so. If we can't come down this far because of, say, a wash and excess, this is point number 2. So let's just think about this for a second. I'm also going to plant some loofah seeds by this tree so I remember where I planted them. And I want to see if they grow. Because, this is all just great soil. And there's some moisture down there that I'll just plop them in right in there somewhere. Not going to do it right now, but I'll do it later. But let's just say from this point, where this bush is. Now I'm going to zoom in a little bit, just to kind of give some perspective here. You see where the dirt and the grass meet? That's the natural high water point. Now it might go a little bit further up and it might not. It's really hard to tell. I had to climb a fence. But it really doesn't matter, because we're going to make this about 15 to 20 feet deep. See over there too? Right in that area there where the grass starts. We'll start there and then drop it down, slope it, drop it down, slope it, drop it down, slope it, and right down the middle with some islands, structure, trees, pallets, places for fry, fish, so we can stock, put sunnies, some bluegills, some bass, whatever will grow and thrive in this area. And like I said, depending on the cost, but this is where I'm going to end up. I mean, I'm hanging my hat here in about 3 years. I'm hoping to be here full time in 3 years, working remote, creating content, creating curriculum, turning this place into a nonprofit learning center so that we can teach people about agriculture, we can teach people, coach them about neurodiversity, experiential learning, integrative learning, and help out a lot of different people with a lot of different needs. But as you can see, this is how high the water comes. Up to here in this, where this grass is. See, there's no grass here. There's weeds, but there's no grass because of the water. Excuse me. So if we wrap that all the way around to the high water mark, down to that bush, back up to here, into this area, then guess what? We have about 5 acres or even a little bit more. Pretty easy. And out of 37 acres, having a 5-acre water source is pretty, it's a blessing. It is an absolute blessing, no doubt. No doubt. There's a little butterfly cruising around. But again, everywhere you look, there's these deposits of gold. And I can just let them be, or I can walk around and harvest them and till them in the soil, in the bed, a garden bed that we're going to have and create here. That's just the best fertilizer ever. Mixed with other stuff, you really can't go wrong. I love this view. Absolutely love that view. That mountain range over there. 3 years, full time. That's my commitment. That's my goal. You can help me get there. And then my next closest neighbor on this side of the property is right over there. You can see a little green roof. They've got 37, 36 acres as well. All right. First day on the property, out having some fun. And there goes one of our neighbors. We're 1 mile, in case you're wondering, we seem pretty remote, and we are. We're 1 mile in off the highway. 1 mile. And we looked at a lot of different properties. Oh my gosh, we looked. But just to let you know, my wife and I, we've been looking for property like this for 10 plus years. We finally found it. We were the first people to look at it. We drove up here on a Sunday. We both had so much to do, and this was so important to us based on the pictures. And the pictures online really didn't do it much justice. which is great for us. But the other side of it is we came up, we looked at it, we told them there was some interest. We'd let them know the next day. We did. Monday we let them know we're interested. We set an appointment for Tuesday. We wrote it up, and we closed on April 18th. And it's now June 6th, I think. And it's the first time that I've been up. My wife is here too. She's got the dog. She's hanging out, keeping the dogs cool. But today's the first time that I'm up here looking at this property, and I'm just so excited. I'm a little overwhelmed in a really good way. Just looking at opportunities. I want to plant a couple things by the shoreline to see if we can get some things to seed. Cows will probably eat it, but at least it'll be cool to see it seed and germinate. But really just to get an idea of what's out here, size things up. What's the first project? Prioritizing things. Where's the well location? I know where that is, but is there a great little homestead area? There. What trees have to be cut in? Where's the road going to go? Driveway going to go? Where are we going to pull power in from? And what can I do about this behind me in the future to create a really, really neat 5 or so acre, or even more. I'm not opposed to going bigger at all. In fact, the bigger the better. A pond that stays around year round. And this drainage water runoff out here is much different than it is in the cities. There's not a whole lot of agriculture area up here. This stuff is coming in from the mountains and the hills. It's going across, barren land like what's behind me. So we'll have the water tested. We'll have the soil tested. We'll do our due diligence, and we'll do the best thing that is best for the earth. The soil. Our number one goal out here is the soil. And then, what can we do besides that to help this property thrive? If the property thrives, we will thrive. And that's the goal. And then I want to teach people and help people reduplicate what we're doing out here, because we're coming into some really uncertain times. This decade is gonna prove to be very much of a challenge in ways that we're not used to. So hang on, fasten your seatbelts. It's going to be a decade of much disruption, positive and negative, good and bad. And it's knowing what to do at the right time, so that you can really take advantage of the situation and save money and really start hopefully growing your own food and being self-sustainable if you can do that. If that's your goal, that's our goal. And if it doesn't get as bad as a lot of people are projecting, even our own government now and economists and Bureau of Labor Statistics, the watershed, water usage in Arizona, it's nuts what's happening. I mean, all of the signs are there. It's just what and when is going to happen. And we've been watching this now for about 11 years, and we're doing the right thing at the right time, no doubt. Hey, thanks a lot for hanging out with me today. This is Rick Borden. I'm a Keller Williams real estate agent right there. And I hope everybody has a really wonderful and blessed day. Take care, and God bless.